I want to give you a quick update on the budget reconciliation bill, specifically about the FERS pension. So, on Thursday night, the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee published its own version of the bill. And I'm sure you're already aware that the House has passed their version on May 22nd, and the Senate has been very quiet for the past month because the Republicans are still having a lot of disagreement on the budget deficit, and which is a topic for another day. So, if you don't know how to get to this bill, you just go to the committee for a responsible federal budget website, and I'll put that link in the description below. What you want to do is scroll all the way down to where it says, and this section says House, but the next section it says the Senate. So what you want to do is you want to go all the way to where it says Homeland Security here, right? And then when you're going to find every committee from finance, Homeland Security, armed services to education. What you want to click on is the Homeland Security and Government Affairs. I already put out an alert to my private community that you can also join by visiting firesightchat.com/community. And that's my shameless plug right there. But anyway, what I want to show you is this. And this is where you can go straight to page 9 under Subtitle B, Governmental Affairs Provision. In Section 90101 talks about elections for at-will employment and first contributions for new federal service or civil service hires. So go to page 11. At-will employment, it just means that you can be fired for good cause, bad cause, or no reason at all. So whoever hired you can terminate you without providing a specific reason. And most of the current federal employees are generally not considered at-will employees, and they're protected from arbitrary termination, and they can only be fired for specific and documented reasons outlined in their regulations. So historically, it's always been difficult to terminate an employee without a legal justification, and this at-will employment will allow employers to terminate their employees for any reason. And I think that's what the Trump administration wants to change moving forward. And if you remember it in my previous videos, that the House version required all federal employees hired in or after 2014 to contribute 4.4% of their basic pay towards the first pension. But under the Senate version, it's going to require all new federal employees hired after this bill is signed to contribute either 9.4% of their basic pay or 14.4%. And let me just give you the breakdown. So if I go to page 10 right here, okay, it says that the individual elects not to be employed or on an at-will basis, the individual shall be subject to the requirement of Section 8422. And if you go to page 13, it says that individuals who elect to be employed or on an at-will basis under Section 3330G, the applicable percentage shall be equal to the percentage required under subparagraph C, increased by 5%. So as a brand new at-will federal employee, you will have to contribute a total of 9.4% in first contribution when you add 4.4% standard rate and 5% in additional rate if this bill is passed. And in the previous paragraph, if you choose not to be employed or on an at-will basis under Section 3330G, the applicable percentage shall be equal to the percentage required under subparagraph C, increased by 10%. So as a brand new merit-based federal employee, because you didn't elect to become an at-will employee, your total first contribution will go from 4.4% to 14.4% because it's increased by 10%. And as far as the current employees, the language of the bill doesn't say anything about increasing your first contributions from 0.8% or 3.1% to 4.4%. The House version of the bill eliminated that provision. So they also eliminated the high five average salary completely from the bill, as well as their attempt to eliminate the first supplement for employees who retire before Social Security kicks in at age 62. And they're now focusing on the new federal employees hired after this bill is passed. And what carried over from the House bill into the Senate bill is maintaining the filing fee for Merit Systems Protection Board, or MSPB, claims and appeals. So the bill will still require federal workers to pay the $350 MSPB filing fee. And the bill will also require federal agencies to charge a 10% fee on automatic union dues, payroll deductions, and the union will be required to pay rent for office space on any agency property. And again, as a veteran, I don't gain or lose from these FERS pension changes. I have private clients who may be impacted by some of these changes, but it looks like Congress has lost interest in making any pension adjustments for the current employees. And the OPM has already reported that the number of retirement applications reached a very high level just in the month of May, with over 15,000, which is double the number of the 2 prior months. If anything is going to impact me, that's going to be with the VA. And veterans already know how slow the VA is anyway. And I'm almost positive that I'm going to have a lot of angry people in the comment section after this, video, watching this video. So all I can ask is to try to be as civil as you can. And I'm not going to delete your comments. I never will. And you got to remember that YouTube will moderate these comments. And while these benefit changes do not affect me directly as a veteran, I'm always concerned for my fellow veterans working in the federal government. And that's why I publish these videos, to give you the latest updates. So you can also get your free financial resources or keep track of your TSP prices by visiting firesuch.com/resources. And I will give you the updates on the taxes, HSA, and other things coming up later on this month, because I'm still waiting for the Senate Finance Committee to release the text. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't done it already.